Declan Rice and Aaron Ramsey are in a bit of a dispute with their clubs concerning wages. Do these guys have... I mean, okay, let's go on Declan Rice first and go on Ramsey. Has Declan Rice done enough so far to warrant asking more than supposedly 15 grand a week?
100%. Absolutely 100%. Look at this guy, right? He played over 30 games for us last season, right? Now look, he's been, in the past 4 games, he's been one of our best players. Enough man of the match performances. He was international for Ireland. Now he's getting to the point where England are knocking on his door. He can still declare for England. So he could potentially be an England international. So you're getting that as a factor. Then when you look at it, we've got Reece Oxford is on £20,000 a week, right?
What happened to him?
This is what I'm saying. Off one game, he's got 20 grand a week, right?
Yeah.
He's been loaned out here, there, and everywhere. He's barely played for us in the past 3 years even, and he's on 20 grand a week. If you're Declan Rice and you're sitting there, I think he's on something like 12 grand a week. If you're sitting there, it's like I'm sitting there playing week in, week out, contributing to the team, getting rave reviews. This guy never plays, but yet he's getting paid more than me. Like, why shouldn't he get more money? Like, why shouldn't he come and ask for more money? He should get, if he's a regular squad member and he's a first team member, he should be getting comparative wages. Like, obviously, he's 19, so you want to build that up gradually, maybe 25 grand. If 30, you wouldn't be, mind so much about. But people get into this thing of like, oh, well, he's 19, like, and he should just be happy with 12 grand. Oh, which I was getting 12 grand. It's like, you can't compare what he gets paid to what Joe the admin gets paid in the office.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, his wages has to be compared to the people that are around him. If you're doing a job, yeah, and you're getting paid like, I don't know, £1,200 a month, but then all your colleagues are getting paid like 2 grand a month, you're going to have a problem with it, right? You're not going to sit here and go, like, someone's going to say to you, oh, well, the guy at McDonald's gets paid £800 a month, so you should be happy because he's getting paid that. It's not how it works. Like, he is 19 years old, mate. He's going to be just class. I can't say he's definitely going to be world class, but he's going to be a special player that top clubs will be trying to sniff around.
How much would you give him if you were the owner? How much?
I would chuck like 25 grand at him as to say, look, right, you're still young. Let's have this as a starting wage and build from there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, rather than you can offer young players too much too soon. I think when they start getting the big wages, it can ruin them a bit. But you have to look. If you've already set the precedent, you've offered Reece Oxford like 20 grand a week, right, based off of one performance against Arsenal where he pocketed Ozil, right? So I had to just drop the whole line
many times since, isn't it? So.
But you know what I mean. And then he sort of went off the boil then. But because there was so much hype around him, it was just like, oh, we got to keep offering deal after deal. And his agent's a bit of a shark. But like, you've already set that precedent. Like, so then you can't come and say, well, no, this is how we do things. But it's like, I'm sharing a training pitch with this same guy who barely plays, but he's getting paid more than me. Like, no one will be happy doing a better job than someone else and working harder and doing more than someone else they're working with, but getting paid less. So, yeah, I'm telling you, he's going to be a class player. And so 25 grand.
Do you think he'd leave?
I
know he's West Ham through.
Yeah, he's happy to stay. From what I've read, he's happy to stay. He loves it at the club. He's settled everything. But his agent is the one who's kind of saying, no, like, he needs to be paying him this. So I don't. Yeah, but and this is the I'm no lover of agents, yeah, but this is the kind of point where I agree with him, because at the same time he wants a fairer deal for his client. Do you know what I mean? If I'm his agent, I'm saying, like, you taking the piss. Like, this guy's been getting rave reviews week after week. He's in your starting 11 every single week, and you want to pay him £12,000, like, with how important he is to your team. Like, if you take him out of the team now, then what, our other one, Carlos Sanchez is injured now. He's
injured now.
He's injured. So then what do we do? Like, maybe you put Zaba there and we have a right. Like, you take Declan Rice out, the whole thing falls apart. We don't get that victory against Everton maybe, or the draw against Chelsea, and maybe it don't turn out the same way. Like, he is such a vital component. He had Hazard. We were just talking about raving about Hazard. He had Hazard dealt with. He had Micolli dealt with. Like, so. Yeah, like, you've got to pay him like.
Was he playing last year?
Yeah, he was playing. He played over 30 games last season for us, and was a vital component of the team. He was playing like centre back. Now he's playing defensive mid. So, Yeah, like I think people, it's being paid what you're worth, and this is why certain players do get greedy, and you know, like you had like maybe like Sanchez last season. Yes, he should have probably been paid more than Arsenal paying him, but like 500, was it like he's getting paid 500 grand a week or something by Arsenal? Like it does get to the point where it's too much, but you have to look at certain players when they perceive that they're doing better than those around them, and they're not being paid on par. You know, they feel like when they want to get paid what they're worth, and if you're not valuing me, then maybe I should go somewhere else that will value me. So I can't really speak on the Ramsey situation because I don't know too much about what he's on. But yeah, Declan Rice, he's a race.
On that, is Ramsey getting paid what he's worth?
What's he on?
What's he on right now?
Roughly 100, I think, 100.
Okay, so apparently he wants 250.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I already know the answer to this question. I'm sure God, as my witness, knows the answer to this question. Does Aaron Ramsey deserve £250,000? Bear in mind, there's really 4 zeros in that.
Come on, man.
And 2 numbers ahead of that zeros.
You two tell me.
He's out of his damn mind. Like, and this is the thing. I rate Ramsey, and I think Ramsey, when he's on it, like he can be the difference maker for Arsenal. There's been games where like he's basically won the game. Like, do you know what I mean? He'll come out and put in a great performance to score a vital goal. Like when he's on it, like he'll score the vital goals or set up the
too
goals.
few and far between.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you can't sit here and you're not like for one, you've got the injuries situation. He's had quite a few injuries.
He's only had one good season.
When he's got like 20 or something, didn't he?
Yeah, in all competitions. Yeah, 12 in the league, I think, or something like that. But he can't. He's coming out and saying Ozil, which is what you're saying about team members and how they're perceived. In your instance, I'd agree Rice deserves a little increase, but there has to be balance to it because you increase it too much, you might get too, let's say, laid back.
Because he's 19. If you increase it too much now, then there's only so many places you can go when you keep negotiating the thing because you're going to have to go higher and higher and higher. So you want to keep.
But the thing is, with the Rice situation is you got to also charge him a wage that deters other clubs from buying him
it's a
out.
balance,
What I'm saying when he's on such club is so low, it's 12 grand a week. It's easy for I don't know, let's just say a club that might buy him, probably maybe an Everton kind of club who will offer him, say, alright, come sign for us for like 25 grand a week, 30 grand a week, and he'll jump at it. You understand what I'm saying?
When we could be paying that, like we can easily pay that.
Yeah.
So
from 100k to 250k for someone like Ramsey, honestly, I'd rather take a risk of bringing Cesc Fabregas back and just on a free.
But I would have swapped them. I would have swapped them this summer, and I'll still swap them in January.
But that's the thing on the Ozil situation, right? Like he's saying, like he might be like the same way Rice is looking at Oxford, like he might be looking at Ozil. But whatever you say about Ozil, right? He's been playing like season after season.
Yeah.
Like he might not be the most consistent, but if you was to say, okay, so who's been a more key player in the past 2-3 years, Ozil or Ramsey? You'd say Ozil, like surely.
No, Arsenal fans wouldn't, and that's why they're high horse. A lot of Arsenal fans, I don't know, man.
The thing is because
fan
Ramsey's he's been there for so long. He's like he's an Arsenal boy pretty much.
No, he's not Ramsey, man. I'll be honest, man. He's not an Arsenal boy. We just signed him young. He chose us over United because he'd have more opportunity to play. His career hasn't panned out the way it had because of injuries, so he re-signed contracts. This would have happened 4 years ago if he was fit and consistent them time. But now he's 27, this is his last big contract. Even if we say no, who's gonna pay him that at the end of the season, and who's gonna start him every game at the end of the season?
Yeah.
So he needs to. That's why we've pulled the contract off apparently.
Yeah.
Because it's about time we start kind of shifting power to our side with things like this last year contract stuff at Arsenal has been happening a few years. Walker had it 4 years ago. Last year Ozil and Sanchez. Now it's Ramsey and Welbeck.
Yeah.
Welbeck not so much. Like it's an issue, but with Ramsey he was meant to be integral to our team. So what I'll do is I'll sell him in January if he can to someone in Italy because I think that's the only place he can go and be a regular. Okay. Inter Milan, Juventus, maybe Juventus. Inter Milan.
How can you, if he's demanding like too much wages, like how can you really sell him? Because this is the problem you guys have had with Carl Jenkinson. Like he wants like 70 grand a week. That
is
guy.
Is this the Arsenal Football Club?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, it doesn't really.
He used to. We had him first season. He was good. Next season he was terrible. And like he's still at Arsenal. And this is the thing. This is where Arsenal have had the problem with selling a lot of players because they've just like given them too much wages. And then when they're trying to sell him, it's like clubs like Crystal Palace aren't about to pay Carl Jenkinson like
So, but Ramsey will get
£70,000 a
paid
week.
150 grand by Chelsea, Man City, because he's homegrown and he's a decent homegrown player.
Yeah. If you look at the homegrown, but if he's happy to take 150, that's one thing. But if he's holding up this 250 thing and he's going to go, no, do you know what? I'm just going to see out my contract. Like,
Yeah, but even if he does that, there might not be a brighter future ahead, because even let's say it comes to the end of the season, players can get more because they're on a free.
yeah.
But would you still go and put Ramsey on your books for more than 150k, even if he is free? I don't see many teams doing it.
Okay, if you are in Emery's situation, or whoever deals with the contract at Arsenal, and you say you went to keep him.
Yeah.
Let's say he's on 100k right now. What would you? Keep him?
Max I'd go to with Ramsey is 170.
170.
Max.
Okay.
And even that is just because of what other fans believe in him. I don't really believe in Ramsey like a lot of Arsenal fans do. Like, all he's done is score in a couple finals, and all of our fans kind of get on their high horse with him. Like, yes, he scored in the finals, but Sanchez scored in 2 finals. Cazorla was one of man of the match in one and scored a free kick in the other.
Yeah.
Like, there was other factors to us winning them cups, and Ramsey wasn't there the whole way because of injuries, inconsistency. So with Ramsey, the number one thing I'd do is, if Mourinho is in charge of United in January, I'd contact him and I'd say Ramsey for Martial, because the only manager dumb enough to do that is Mourinho.
But see, that tells me like the difference between.
Come on, what, a 10-year player in the league? Mourinho would love that. Mourinho would love that.
You know, I'm just laughing because the reality hit me that Woodward would be more than willing to give it 250.
Yeah.
And Mourinho, like you
Would
just
like
said,
that
would
sort
say,
of
yeah,
player.
you know what, Premier League.
A yes man that will run around for you. That's Mourinho's type. So if he's still in charge in January, they've both got 6 months left, offer the swap. Martial knows he'll get games at us, he could build his profile.
That would,
You know, if that ever happened, I don't think I'd ever come here again.
Nah, just boycott it. Wait, so it's Martial for Ramsey.
But to a
That
lesser
would
extent,
break my
Fabregas.
heart.
To a lesser extent, swapping for Fabregas, really.
Would Arsenal fans take Fabregas?
Yeah,
back?
because Wenger f***ed Fabregas up. He wanted to come back to us, we said no, and he went to Chelsea. I can't blame the guy for that. Fabregas is the closest thing Arsenal have to a legend since the real legends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Randy's not a legend, like Ozil's not a legend, Cazorla's not a legend. Like, all these men in the past 10 years, the close. Van Persie was close, but then he completely f***ed that up.
Yeah.
But Fabregas is definitely the closest, in my opinion, to legend status at Arsenal. If he came back, he would have become a legend with them FA Cups under his belt. But
Yeah.
Wenger said no. Partly why, again, added hate onto Wenger.
Yeah, and
Is
then
that-
he went and won the league with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Is that becoming a bit of a thing though? Because obviously, apart from obviously the legends that we've had in the past, after that era when you started having new players, a lot of players that have been either close or just not close at all. Do you think there'll be legends in other clubs? Because RVP did great for United in that one season, but the second season he had Moyes and it didn't go to plan. And it didn't work too much under LVG, so he left. So he wouldn't be a legend; he'd be more like a favourite.
I think the reason why he's got that status for Man United is because they took him off Arsenal, won the league with him, and then Arsenal had to give him the guard of honour. So he's got this high status with the Man United fans because they can always
He's
use
not a
that.
legend though, isn't it?
No, yeah. If you look at legends, yeah.
Legends nowadays, it gets few and far between. But I'd say Hazard's a Chelsea legend,
Okay.
because he could have gone to any big club in the past 3 years and he hasn't pushed through a
But
move.
he's
And that's
still
part of being
talking
legend
like
now.
he might. Like he's saying like I see a thing the other day and he was like talking about I know the fans want me to stay. Like if I stay, I'll be happy. If I leave, I'll be happy. It's like so you're kind of acting like you're not coming out and saying I want to stay. This is my club. You're going if I'm here, I'm happy. If I leave,
Vieira
I'm
used
still
to
happy.
do that for Arsenal. Vieira used to do that every year. He never said he's staying at Arsenal, but he'd flirt with Juve, flirt with Real, but he'd stay and he became a legend.
Yeah, but he came a legend. Yeah, because of what he achieved. But it
He
just
just
feels
got 2
like
leagues
yeah.
in 5
It is
years.
that.
Final predictions. If Ramsey does leave, where do you think he could end up? So let's say that his contract completely went up.
I still can't believe this 250 grand. I'm still shocked.
That's crazy.
This is the difference between Jack Wilshere and Ramsey, right? Whatever you say about Wilshere, is he went to Manchester, he wanted guaranteed to play, like which no one can really guarantee you to play. But he said, I want to know if I'm in the plans, if I'm gonna play. No, okay, I'll leave. I'm gonna take a wage cut. Whereas Ramsey's talking about, I want more money. It's like you ain't really played, so that just tells me his mindset. That's true.
In the league, yeah, you know what?
Who's gonna
Funnily
take
enough, I think the likeliest teams are Man City and Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Because Tottenham, I feel like if Tottenham are smart, I just thought of this the other day. If Tottenham are smart to get us back for the Sol Campbell thing, they can try and get Ramsey because Ramsey might go there, and they need a centre mid.
That don't
They do this certain
that don't even like to me though like that wouldn't even come close to the Sol Campbell thing because Sol Campbell was such an important player. He promised I'll never they could never use that as a thing really unless he went and won the league.
They use Harry Kane's golden boot as success though, so they would definitely use that. Do you get me? They would definitely use that.
If he wins something with him, they can use it as they like. We won the league with your guy. There he is, but we all know it's probably not going to happen.
And I say Man City because of homegrown.
Yeah, I think Chelsea as well.
Old.
Because Chelsea went and brought Ross Barkley for them same reasons, and flipping what's his name, Danny Drinkwater.
I wouldn't say Chelsea no more because they're stacked now. Jorginho, they're moving Kante out of position because they're stacked in centre mid.
Yeah.
What about
Fabregas is still there.
What about Rice?
Right.
If he was to leave, do you see him going to a top 6 or?
Yeah, definitely he'd go to a top 6. He would be one of them ones who get picked up. He get picked up by. In fact, no, he came from Chelsea. So, but yeah, I could see City like bringing him in. Man United could really do with a player like Declan Rice. Liverpool actually as well. Like he's such a bright prospect. To be 19 years old, to be captain material, to be so level-headed, to be so just that quality. Yeah, I could easily see him going to even just top 4, like cap off top 6, top 4.
Okay.
So.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please let us know what you think concerning the players demanding big wages. Does Declan Rice deserve a bit more than 15k? Does Aaron Ramsey deserve £250,000 sterling? Please let us know. Like, comment, subscribe. Footysays.